Hi, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself. Welcome to Visa Preps with Emmy. Sorry, I'm 6 minutes late. I was trying to put things together, so as soon as I start, you can join. I'm sharing the link with you so you can join because on YouTube, if you join, I can ask you questions. I would interview you on first join, first serve basis. So I just dropped the link in the comment section. If you're able to join, that'll be helpful. All right. I don't see anybody joining. Can somebody let me know if you can see the link? Let me know if you can see and join the link. I'm trying to share it on YouTube as well. Hello, can anybody hear me? Daniel Hilton, can you hear me? Are you able to join? Okay, I do see Hilton. Okay. Tayo, welcome. It's been a minute, yes. All right. Okay, so now I've added you guys to the StreamYard. So you guys can unmute yourself and speak when I'm ready to. I'm trying to share the link on WhatsApp, so give me a second. And I'm trying to share the StreamYard link on YouTube as well. All right, welcome to Excel with Emmy. On this channel, we talk about career, education, lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for this channel. And 95% of people that view the channel have not subscribed. And so the least you can do today is just subscribe. No pressure, but if you find this content helpful, please do subscribe. And so I think I will take Hilton first, and then
All right.
Hilton, give me a second, okay? I'm trying
All
to
right.
share it
So,
with people on YouTube, the StreamYard link, so that if they want to be interviewed, they can join.
all right.
Okay. Hilton, tell me about. Are you ready to start?
Yes, please. I'm ready.
Okay. Um, you got admission, right? Okay. What school are you going to? So, like right now, zoom in the visa officer mode, and then if you say anything, I think you should take out or something. Mind you, so let's address this ground rules. You are supposed to prove your strong home ties to your home country, that you are going to come back after school, right? And then you are
Okay.
also supposed to prove that you have adequate funding to fund your schooling. I think I've shared the 214 before with my visa preps. We do talk about why people are denied, the letter you are given when you are denied your F1 visa. And it talks about three main things: adequate funding. Are you able to fund yourself? Are you able to pursue the degree if you are given the visa to come to the US? And then do you have enough are you able to prove your strong ties to your home country? So most of the questions I'm going to ask you is based off these things, right? So Hilton,
Okay.
what school are you going to?
I'm going to Clark University in Worcester, Massachusetts.
You are going to study.
I'm going to study a 2-year master's degree in accounting analytics at Clark University, and this program is
Okay.
going to equip me with advanced skills in inventory management and financial management, which upon my return to my home country, I'll be able to assume a senior account analyst role in my father's construction business, which
Okay,
I
Hilton,
discovered. Okay,
how are you funding your studies?
I have been awarded the scholarship from Clark University, which is $11,236. However, my deficit will be covered by my father, Richard Kakari, who is the CEO and the managing director of Adakoba Company Limited, a company that deals in construction and the general supply of building materials. He generates a revenue of $200,000 annually and earns $16,000 monthly.
Are you currently working with this company?
Currently, I work as a tax analyst at Newmont Africa and also support my dad's construction business as an account analyst, where I review the financial statements for his company.
Okay, so with Newmont, are you getting a steady leave with pay? Are you leaving the job?
I'm actually working as a contractor. It's actually a part time work there. So the contract is actually ending in February 28th. So it's not a full time job there.
Are you a
But
full-time worker at your dad's company? I'm asking all these questions because if you are coming back to your home country, we should you should be able to come back to something, right? If you
yes, please.
don't have a valid reason for coming, then your intent of coming back to your home country is not strong. So I'm going to deny your visa. And so you're telling me that you are using the company's paper. So you should be able to prove that you are currently working with this company, like, and coming back because it's your dad's company, you assume a position of, you can also bring in the concept of legacy because it's your dad's company. So in your best interest, it will be good to work there with the knowledge that you have gotten abroad. Do you
Yes,
get?
please. Yes, please.
Okay, so let's take it again. What are your plans after school?
So after a successful completion of my program, I plan to return to my home country where I will be able to assume a senior account analyst at my dad's construction company, which I discovered a significant loss of revenue where I was reviewing the financial statement. I revealed that there was poor inventory management. So due to that, I want to advance my skill in inventory management and financial management, where upon my return to my home country, I'll be able to implement an efficient inventory system which will manage the large volume of stock and also improve his financial statements.
Okay, Hilton, why should I grant you your visa?
You should approve my visa because I am committed to contribute to both my personal growth and the betterment of my dad's construction business. By studying the Master of Accounting Analytics program at Clark University, I'll be able to uh, gain knowledge in advanced inventory. I will be able to gain knowledge in inventory management and financial management, which upon my return to my home country, I'll be able to solve the issue of significant loss of revenue that I discovered during my time as an account analyst at my dad's construction company. So I believe approving this visa or my visa will grant me the opportunity to gain these advanced skills in inventory management, which upon my return to my home country, I'll be able to
Okay,
implement an
Hilton,
efficient.
what are some of the challenges you've read about the United States or you know about the United States that can hinder your studies?
Uh, Please, I don't understand the question very well,
So,
honestly.
what are some of the challenges, right? Moving from one culture to the other, moving from one continent to the other. Obviously, there are going to be some challenges, that you are going to face? What are some of the anticipated challenges? How do you plan to deal with them? We are asking you this because one of the things you have to satisfy is being able to study if I'm giving you the visa. Now, if you come and you face these challenges, you have to be resilient, you have to be tenacious to be able to complete your program. And
Okay.
so being able to answer this question tells me that you have done a research about the new country that you are coming, and not just because you want to leave the country. Do you get it? So like
Okay.
maybe the weather is something you can talk about, maybe the
Okay.
food differences is something you can talk about, maybe you can talk about missing your family and how you are going to leverage video conferencing tools like WhatsApp, Instagram to communicate with your family eventually. And also, do you get what I'm saying? So if you are
Yes,
telling
please.
me this, it means you have prepared your mind, you have read.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So maybe it's a question you're not prepped for, but like
Yes,
it's
please.
something they do ask about, like what are some of the challenges? And then you do, how much is your deficit? Sorry.
My deficit is 46,582.
That's a lot. And you said your dad's company is funding the deficit, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And the closing
And
balance in that account is $105,138.
okay, so for bank statements as well, I do have a video on bank statement do's and don'ts. You want to make sure you're checking the video out because the money should be in the account for about a quite number of days. I don't remember the actual days. And
Okay.
yeah, so you want to check that out. Make sure that if something is different, December 19th is quite some time, or whenever you
Yes.
have your,
Yes.
yeah, so you
Yes.
can like
It's
work
December
around.
19th. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think my feedback will only be the funding for the aspect of why are you coming back. It sounds like you're coming back to work with a company that you're already working with, which is feasible. My only feedback is like the funding, but also people have zero funding. Last semester, last time, if you look at the visa preps, there are people who joined with zero funding. There's one guy in Pennsylvania right now. He joined with zero funding, huge
Okay.
deficit, and he still got the visa approved. So I think you should go with all confidence, like you have funding, defend your points. It's how you are selling your story to the visa officer. Constant
Okay.
prepping as well.
So please, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So you made mention of the funding. Please, ask, can you be specific? Because looking on my I-20, I have family funds of 105,000, $138. So if you say funding, please, what do you mean? So that I can.
Yeah, so usually the concept or the perception is that we have taken bank statement from companies that do not even exist, right, to prove our
Yes.
funding story. So
Mhm.
once your bank statement is legit, I think it solves a quarter of your funding issue. Just
Yes.
that when I take your I-20 and I see a deficit, right, I become
Yes.
more careful. I become more like I tend to scrutinize you the more
Okay.
compared to somebody with zero deficit. Like how
Yes,
I
please.
funny said is I have full scholarship. They are easily to give the visa to the person than giving you a visa with a deficit of 46,000. Do you get it? That's
Yes,
what I'm
please.
saying. The
Yes.
funding is the issue. So once you have the company staff to prove it, it should be good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Steven, are you ready? Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Steven, tell me about the school you are going to.
Okay, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, is located in the state of Illinois. It's also in a suburb in St. Louis, and it has a student population of 12,519 students, spanning from both graduate and undergraduate degrees. My school's colors are red and white, and the current president of the school is Daniel F. Mahoney. And the school is a public research university.
Okay.
The
So
school was established in the year
when I tell
1957.
you to tell me about your school, I these are facts, right?
Okay.
I want you to tell
Yeah.
me like the location of the school, what the school has
Yeah.
been known for, in some fun fact, one fun fact. Right. So you are
Okay.
not on the
Okay.
wrong track, but it's like you are struggling to get that information. You should get that information off head because
Okay.
throughout the application process, you keep reading about this school, right? So I don't want you
Yeah.
to read to the visa officer because they are most of them are psychologists over there. They are reading your mannerisms. If it's just
Yeah.
2 points that you can state clearly, I think that should be better than trying to memorize or like reading of something.
Okay.
Okay, tell me about your funding. How are you funding your studies?
I have received a competitive scholarship that was awarded to me based on my stellar academic qualifications and research qualifications. And this scholarship covers 50% of my tuition. And the deficit would be covered by my dad, who is in the person of Mr. Felix Kwampa, who is a civil engineer and a businessman. He's the CEO of SKT Ereshata, which is a civil engineering firm and has a permanent partnership with the Ghana Ministry of Roads and Highway. And that's my current place of work as well. And so this sponsorship is not only a sponsorship into his child, but also a sponsorship into the company's future, as I would be coming back to assume a role as a senior transportation engineer at the SKT Ereshata, where I would be spearheading a project to reform Ghana's traffic signal system in order for it to accommodate for real-time traffic challenges rather
Okay.
than the
How
pre-programmed
much
traffic.
did you say your funding, your deficit is?
$27,131.
Okay, and it's being funded by the company. You have the bank
No,
statement.
it's being funded by my dad personally, not by the
Okay, and
company.
then your dad owns the company.
Owns the company, yes.
Okay. Okay. What are your plans after school?
Upon the completion of my degree in civil engineering, I would be coming back to assume a role as a senior transportation engineer at my current place of work, which is SKT Ereshata, where I would be spearheading a project that would deal with transforming Ghana's traffic signal system from the pre-programmed traditional signals to traffic signals that accommodate for real-time traffic challenges. And so upon my completion, I would be coming back to assume this role and spearheading this project, which would be a major project that would transform Ghana's transportation system to avoid traffic congestion by reducing
Okay,
it or eradicating.
second, why this program?
I chose to study a master's in civil engineering with an emphasis in transportation because traffic congestion is a major problem that Ghana faces. And traffic signals have been created um, in order to manage these traffic congestion problems. However, these traffic signals do not accommodate for real-time traffic challenges. And so this degree would equip me with skills in traffic analysis, transportation planning, and traffic simulation, which are all essential skills which, when coupled with my background in geomatic engineering, which deals with data analysis, gives me a strong foundation to help in contributing to Ghana's transportation system by manufacturing these real-time traffic
Okay,
signals.
so you just mentioned your background is in geomatic engineering, and yeah,
Yes,
you are trying to move to civil engineering. Why the
yes.
switch?
Okay, so geomatic engineering deals with data analysis and data manipulation. And my degree, which is Masters in Civil Engineering with the emphasis in transportation, deals with using this data that has been acquired to manipulate um, these data in order to suggest for improvements to transport system and also aid in road designs. And so having this degree, switching from geomatic to civil is not really a major change, as it's just a matter of the data analysis side being used for its applications in road design and road management.
Okay, I think for your story, that's a potential topic because if I have a bachelor of business administration and now I want to go into like let's say actuarial science, why the switch, right? So you should be able to defend it, and I think your reason is valid. If in I don't know much about geomatic, but if geomatic is using data, then application of data in civil engineering is possible, and then
Yeah.
also with funding, your dad is sponsoring you. So, um, how many siblings do you have?
My father is a father of three, of which my sister is the eldest and was sponsored by him earlier to pursue a master's in forensics in the UK. And she's currently back working at Noguchi Research Center as a
Okay,
senior
so
research analyst.
if your dad or relative is sponsoring you, always the visa officer wants to know how many kids or how many family they are taking care of, just to assess the how many people are depending on this person. Is this person able to generate the income you are saying that he's going to generate for you? So it's
Okay.
good that you are saying your sister is back. So it means that it even brings back to the point that you come back to your home country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, why should I approve your visa? That's your last question.
Okay. So For me, I've realized that Ghana's transport system is one that could be improved significantly by reducing this traffic challenge of traffic congestion, which in turn could influence businesses to collapse and even be the factor for influencing life and death issues, as any delay on the road can even prevent someone from getting to hospitals before their surgery or whatever medical assistance they need is um, given to them. And so I want to make Ghana's transport system one that is free from traffic congestion and traffic delay, in order to not only save lives by making it safe, but also to improve its traffic flow, because time is money. And so making this transportation system one that is very fluent makes it not only safe but also effective for getting from one place to another.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of disadvantages to traffic congestion. So you can talk about the loss of lives. The more you are finding problems in your society and tying it to the program you are coming to study, the more relevant the visa officer sees your program and should be able to grant you your visa. You can talk about the productive hours that are lost for workers when they are in traffic, when they can get to the work early. You can also talk about the accidents. I don't know how the accident can relate to traffic, but accidents in Ghana causes a lot of death than accidents in the developed areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
So I've been denied before. That was a
Mm-hmm.
few weeks ago, like a month ago. But um, during that time, I couldn't explain myself clearly. So even though nothing has changed, I don't know how I'm going to answer if they are to ask what has changed, because I'm going with the same profile. And earlier, they didn't ask me about my school and stuff. They just asked about my dad's company. And for that, I couldn't clearly explain myself because I didn't really know about the partnerships the company was having with the government. And so I was asked if it was a government company, and I couldn't clearly explain that. And so that was the basis for my denial on the first try. And so I don't know what to ask, what to answer when I'm asked what has changed. So is there any enlightenment you could help me with?
Okay, so you did mention that your dad has a private company and
Yes.
your dad is the one funding you, but the company has partnerships with the government.
Partnership with the government, yes. But earlier I did not know that. I had to ask upon my coming back home. I had to ask him, and then he gave me details on that. And so on my first interview, I didn't have information on that,
Yeah.
but now
So
I do.
personally, I think that one thing I always tell people if you are denied is the assessment right after you have been denied, right? So if you think
Yeah,
that's the reason you were not given the visa, it's a very clear answer to give that what has changed, right? Let's say the visa officer is asking you what has changed. So the last time I came here or the last time I came here, I was not able to like they just need honest people.
hello.
Like I was not able to explain whether the my dad, who is my sponsor, is owns a private company or government company. I'm just framing something. Yeah, you have to explain the situation, right? So now you have understood that your dad owns a private company which has partnerships with the government, which makes it something that you it will be continued in the long term. Like basically nothing has changed, but you're trying to tell them that this is or after like if they ask you what has changed after reassessment of myself after my last interview, I noticed that I was not able to answer like I'm trying to say that the reason you are giving is valid. So just find a way to say it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It doesn't make it like you didn't know. Obviously you didn't know. Now you've learned that it's a long term thing. He has a partnership with the government, which is
Apart
good.
from that,
Apart
if
from
with
that, your funding has not changed.
yeah,
So your school has not changed. Your program has not changed. So that was the only thing that you think puts you in that space. So
yeah.
explain that. That's simple, right?
Even for my interview, they didn't ask anything about the schools. It was I was talking about the funnel, and then he just zoomed
Yeah, so
upon.
I think that that's what I was telling Hilton. Usually, once we have the deficit, it affects our confidence. So when they ask you about the company and they didn't ask you any question, even me, Anka, I'll be like, why is he asking more about the company? Do you get it?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe this person will take a different printing, they'll ask you the program, why you want to study the program, and ask you about the funding. So I think you should go with confidence and just let them know why you think you were denied.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But all in all, how was my interview? Was it okay
Yeah,
or?
to me it's good. It's not like you are not prepared. So it's, yeah, once you have a deficit, no, usually that's my problem. But especially, I'm glad that you've gone, you've had experience. The place can be intimidating. So once they've asked you, like, who is funding, my dad is funding my studies, but my dad owns a private company in the civil engineering industry. You can talk about how much worth the industry is. Your dad currently makes an annual of this, and he's able to fund your deficit of this amount. My dad's company has long-term partnerships with the government of Ghana in attempt to solving a societal problem. So you put that societal problem there. This means that the existence of this company is going to create lasting impact for the transportation sector in the government of Ghana.
Yeah.
This shows that your that stream of income is not going to end anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. My interview is on the 19th of December. So
Oh, you
yes.
that both of you have the same interview date. That's serious. Yeah, yeah, it's like I was saying, people at zero funding. If you check my channel, most of my videos were visa preps, right? People have
Yeah.
zero funding and they are approved. So I won't say that give up yet. Just try your best. Like, the
Okay.
worst that can happen is they deny you again. You just find better funding and you are good to go.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Thank.
Juliana, no problem. Hi, Juliana, are you here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hello, my
Juliana,
friend.
how are you funding your studies?
I have been awarded a scholarship of 32,576 US dollars, which will cover about 80% of my tuition and living expenses. The deficit will be covered by my uncle in the person of Mr. Courage Agbo, the CEO of Autoline Diagnostics, who has been in the business for the past 15 years. He's into importation and selling of cars, car parts, and then car services. He makes an annual income of 150,000 US dollars and a monthly income of 12,500 US dollars. He is sponsoring me because I came out as one of the best students during my high school education. And so he sponsored me during my associate degree in midwifery after my dad passed away. He believes in my career dreams and academic goals of becoming a nursing informatics specialist to help solve the problem at New Crystal Hospital and the Ghana Health Service at large.
Okay, how much did you say your deficit is?
17,500 US dollars.
And your uncle is funding.
Yes, please.
Does your uncle have children?
No,
Okay.
but he's married.
Okay, you did mention that you studied midwifery in as a bachelor's degree and
Associate degree.
associate degree. So now this is you pursuing a bachelor's degree, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, so how is your midwifery linked to the program you are coming to study right now?
Okay. I'm going to offer computer and information science with concentration in health informatics. And health informatics is combining technology and health to solve and improve healthcare delivery systems and processes. So pursuing this program will give me the needed hands-on skills and knowledge in the health informatics field, which upon a successful completion, I'll return to my home country to use the needed knowledge and the skills I have acquired to develop new medical technologies that will help centralize, digitalize, and that will help centralize
Okay,
and
Juliana,
digitalize.
I do see you're coming for a bachelor's degree. What's your plan after school? Are you looking to do a master's in the US, since the US has a very robust educational system?
No, please. My primary goal is to return back to my home country, precisely New Crystal Hospital, where I currently work as a midwife, to use the knowledge and skills I have acquired to develop new medical technologies that will help centralize and digitalize healthcare records, systems, and processes. This system will also help standardize healthcare information for easy accessibility. and this will help improve the healthcare delivery systems and processes and
Okay,
optimize.
Juliana, take a pause. So you are a midwife, right? So you're coming to study healthcare informatics. You are
Yes,
going back. I think the problem you are giving me as going to solve in Ghana is slightly shifted away from midwifery, right? So you can talk about a lot of things that the data, which is you said healthcare informatics is combining data with healthcare something, right? There's a
yeah.
lot of problems in midwifery. Can you find a problem in midwifery that this program is going to help you solve?
Okay, so the actual problem at my current place of work is lack of advanced medical technologies, which will even help us to centralize the information, the data we collect from our clients, for everybody to get access to it. So I take care of the antenatal and postnatal clinic. When I'm not there, people are not able to see, and I'm not able to write clearly. They are not able to see my handwriting. They are not able to continue. They have to go back and retake the
So you
data
know
again.
what's more convincing? So okay, so why this program, right? In my current place of work, I work as a midwife in Crystal Health, and the current problem we are facing is that data management and the lack of proper record keeping. I take the records for these people, and if I'm not there, because let's say if the person on the shift does not have a clear handwriting or the data, like make it practical, because I was trying
Okay.
to deduce what problem you are about to solve, and I could not relate it to healthcare until I asked you, can you find a problem in midwifery? And antenatal and postnatal is really in midwifery. It's how you say it. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Mind you, everybody is finding a solution, a problem to solve. So it should be a clear existing problem. You can talk about the mortality rates because of these records. If people have been there for antenatal care and then they are coming for a delivery and we can't find their records, see the number of minutes or hours we are supposed to get their records again. If somebody is dying, they are dead already. So talk about practicality.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, so that answer. You should be able to revise it.
All right.
Okay. What are your plans after? Okay, I think you answered your plans after school, right? And you answered why this program. So why this particular school?
Okay. I chose the College of Saint Scholastica because of the flexibility and the structure of the program, which will give me the opportunity to study different areas in the health informatics field. Additionally, the department has partnership with innovative companies in Duluth, Minnesota, and its twin cities, which they allow their students to do their internships in these innovative companies. I believe combining the classroom education and the internship will give me the practical exposure. The courses are also being taught by industry experts and renowned faculty members, such as Professor Thomas Ball, who has promised to mentor me upon my arrival on campus.
Okay, why should I approve your visa? And that's the last question.
Approving this visa will give me the legal permit to go and pursue my bachelor's degree in computer information science with concentration in health informatics, which upon return will help. Oh, approving this visa will give me the legal permit to go into the go to the College of Saint Scholastica to pursue my bachelor's degree, and it will give me the needed knowledge and the practical exposure, hands-on skills, which upon return will help me to develop new medical technologies that will help solve the mismanagement of data and um,
So why should I approve your visa? One thing, approving your visa grants you the legal entry into the United States to study the program of a Bachelor of Science in Health Informatics, right? That's the first line. Anybody on this call, why should I approve your visa? It gives you the legal entry to go to the United States to study the program of study. Then also approving this visa will help me acquire the knowledge and skills. Which knowledge and skills are you come to acquire with this program? And then what problem are you going to solve back to your home country? So it's more like what's your plan after school, but this one you are more focused on the problem solution, that you are going to solve in your home country. So first of all, Juliana, approving this visa will help you to grant you the legal entry to go into the United States to study a Bachelor of Science in your program. Also, approving this visa will help me come acquire knowledge and skills. You state the specific knowledge and skills, which will help me come to solve the problem of whatever problem you have identified. How are you going to deliver or solve this problem? Then you mention your solution.
Okay.
Yeah, because it looks like you are struggling over there.
Okay.
Okay, Juliana, do you have any more questions?
Yes, please. So on my I-20, it is stated that campus employment and is 3,500 US dollars a year. So I don't know how and then when I asked my DSO about the kind of employment I was going to do or have, she said unless I'm on campus before she can give me what I'm going to do. Or
So
I
it's
don't.
the campus employment is assistantship. So you have also secured an assistantship of $3,000 per semester. It's more like assistantship.
For an undergraduate.
Yeah, TA. You can be a TA as undergraduate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so the three, or you can also say, if they are asking you specifically the 3,000, after reaching out to my DSO, it was stated that every student is granted a campus employment upon arrival in the United States, and that's why you end it. It's not so. This one you are not being very specific whether it's TA or graduate assistantship.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Thank
Daniel,
you.
are you ready? Juliana, do you have any more questions?
No, please. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Daniel, are you ready? Okay, if it's Daniel is not ready, let's do link on Joshua. If you can join the StreamYard link on YouTube or on YouTube, that will be helpful. So after doing link on Daniel and Joshua, I do see Pat. Yeah. If you don't join the StreamYard link, I wouldn't know that you want to be interviewed, and then we will end the session. So make sure you are joining the StreamYard link. All right. Lincoln, are you ready? Pat, can you mute yourself? Lincoln, are you ready? Can you guys hear me? Pat, okay, Pat, let's do
Yeah, I
yours
can hear
first.
you.
Joshua, are you able to join the link or you can't find the link? Okay, Joshua, can you mute yourself?
Jo- Joshua is here, please.
Okay. I'll mute you. I'll do Lincoln Pat and then we can do yours, okay? But like also you can listen to other people's story. It helps you to like put your story together so that once I get through it's sharp sharp. All right, Pat.
Yeah, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Pat, tell me about your program.
Okay,
Yeah,
my program is Human Masters in Human Resource Analytics at Montclair State University, which is located in Montclair, New Jersey, which is 12 miles away from New J- New York City. The
Okay,
pro-
how are you funding your program?
I have a deficit of 44,600, which will be sponsored by Kuma Blackie Enterprise. This company earns
Your
an
deposit is
annual
4,600.
44,600.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you
44,600,
get
which would
any funding?
no per the school record. You are supposed to fund yourself when you get to campus. They'll sort you out with employment and some scholarships. That's the routine of the school. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Should I continue?
Mm-hmm.
Should I
Yeah,
continue?
44,000 is a lot. And you said the school that, so if I'm asking you, are you sure about saying that the school doesn't provide any scholarship at all?
No, they said you would fund yourself. Yes. So upon your arrival, there's employment, then
Because employment is
scholarship.
just to give you like stipend, unless
Yes.
upon arrival they give you like tuition waiver. But let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah, if you explain to the visa officer and you are sure that they don't provide any assistantship, it should be good. Okay, so how are you
Okay.
funding your studies?
Yeah, so my deficit of 44,600 will be sponsored by Kuma Blackie Enterprise, which earns an annual income of $150,000. As part of the company's corporate social responsibility, it has a 10-year plan of sponsoring brilliant Bandidi students um, who are into solving environmental issues. So this company is abreast with funding me because it has already sponsored about 5 people on the plan. And the last person went to Japan to study computer science. So it's very committed to sponsoring brilliant students.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
So upon the completion of my 2-year Master of Science in Human Resource Analytics program, gaining knowledge in data visualization and data wrangling and analysis, I intend to quickly come back to my present company, Environment for Change Ghana, by gaining the knowledge in data visualization, data wrangling and analysis to analyze workforce data, to interpret results on performance management, provide training needs assessments on employment on employees that really need training. And this will help me to also reduce the strike actions in the country, improving productivity and improving the economy. In the long run, I intend to have my own consultancy firm providing acquisites and technical knowledge to the government in improving performance management and reducing strike actions in the country.
Okay, so um what's your short-term plan?
So, with my short term plan, having gained knowledge in data visualization, data wrangling, and analysis, I'll use these skills in this knowledge will help analyze workforce data, to help interpret issues in the industry, to help predict future conflicts, which will lead to strikes and affecting the economy as a whole.
So is it in your current place of work or is something you are looking to set up on your own?
Yeah, so with my current place of work, we deal with research into environmental issues. It's an international company, and this is the 13th partnership in Ghana. So it's Environment for Development Ghana. It's into research.
Research of what? Because you're come to read human resources. Are you researching anything human resources or environmental?
We are researching on environmental, but the
How is it
the
linked to your program of study?
so the the company is trying to divert into the departmental issues. Like we will have HR departments where we deal basically with HR issues. So now the company is broad looking at environmental issues. But in the next 5 years, the company is looking at dividing this.
Okay, so let me be the
Yes.
devil's advocate here, right? I'm
Okay.
a visa officer. You are telling me that you are coming back to this company that is doing environmental research. Your
Yeah.
program, the duration of your program is, let's say, 2 years, correct?
Yeah.
So, and then you are saying in the next 5 years, they are looking to make it interdepartmental. And so, if you
Yes.
come back in the next 2 years, they have not started this interdepartmental.
Yeah.
How are you using the program of study or your master's degree to do a research when the company has not broken down into departments yet?
Yeah. So I would want to provide an NGO to governmental
Okay,
companies.
so Pat, I
Yes,
think you are suffering a little in that
yes,
area of what's your plan after school, right?
yes,
Once again, I tell people your plan after school should be something that is very feasible. If you are
yes,
setting up an organization, like I think your long-term plan is setting up a consultancy, which is great because
yes.
it takes a lot of things to put resources together to set up a whole consultancy. How many people are you? How are you getting your clients and all of that? It takes a long time. So that's a long-term plan indeed. But in the short term after school, your visa expect that you come back home.
Yeah.
What are you coming to use the program for? So right now, what I'm getting from your story is that you don't have a clear vision of what you are coming to do back home. So I'm not granting
Okay.
you your visa because you don't have strong ties to your home country. You are like you are susceptible to stay in
Lying.
the United States after school. Do you get what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm
Yes.
just trying to be frank. I can tell you, oh, your answer is good, but it's not good. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just try to work
Yes.
on is something. Oh, maybe I'm currently working. You don't need to tell them the company is the project is broken down next 5 years into departmental. You are saying that maybe next year they are looking to be interdepartmental research, which brings about like HR in researching in HR problems, right? So
Okay.
you can say that in the next year, you come back with your knowledge that you have gotten to delve into HR problems in Ghana. HR problems in Ghana are a lot, a lot. The
Yes.
employee, the recruiting process. I know somebody who just got hired. They told him to start work before they gave him an offer. Like, who does that? There are lots of problems in the HR field. I did HR, so that's why I'm saying that. There are lots of
Okay.
problems in the HR field in Ghana that you can talk about a lot of research. So make sure that you have something you're coming to do back home. You can't tell me you're coming to do HR and go and do environmental research. You are definitely not coming back to Ghana. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know when your interview is. Please work on the answer. Okay.
Okay. But this is the issue with the company's name. Okay, now I get it. So I just need to include 1 year plan into
Yeah, in the next year, the
interdepartmentality.
company is
Okay.
looking to research into more departmental problems, which brings about the Department of Human Resources. As an already existing worker, you are going to champion this campaign by researching into the employee experience during the recruitment process. During the recruitment process in Ghana, a lot of employees like are not looped in the recruitment process. The expectations are not managed at all. You just do interview, you don't know when you get to hear from them. If they get somebody through protocol, they take the person. You don't even get feedback after your interviews. Like there are lots of problems in the human resource field that you can talk about.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, so what's the difference between why the US and why the school you choose?
Okay, so why the US? The US is holistic, like it's huge. Why did you choose the US? I chose the US because I don't know if you guys just joined this channel, but I have like 7 minutes, 8 minutes video on why the US, why this school. It just tells you the differences, right? If I ask you why this school, I want you to tell me something specific about the school that drawn you to the school to apply. Like my program that I did, the school that provided a capstone experience. Capstone is you get the opportunity to work with a real-time company. They give you real-time problem and see how you can apply those theories that you've learned in school. So that's something that can trigger you to apply for a particular school, right? You get real
Okay.
hands experience that prepare you for the career market. If I ask you why the US, you can talk about a lot of things, including why you chose the school. So why
Okay.
the US is broader than why the school. Why the
Okay.
US, you can add why you chose a particular school. You can add the weather, you can add particular food, you can add the diverse cultural experiences that you are able to acquire when you are giving the visa.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can talk about career advancement. You can talk about a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joshua, are you ready?
Yes, please.
Okay, Joshua, tell me about your school.
All right. My school is located in the U.S. Oregon State University. It offers programs from engineering, agriculture, social sciences. My program I'm going to study is in the agriculture sciences and specifically plant sciences, focusing on crop science. And under the crop science, it is made up of 4 departments or 4 specialization at the end of your 2 years masters. I'm going to specialize in entomology. Entomology is briefly the study of insects and how we can use them in the agriculture setting to maximize production. So under the entomology, I'm going to study or work on integrated pest management, which is the use of combined approach ranging from physical, biological, chemical to combat insects that are affecting our crops in the field. So to look at how
Okay,
we can
Joshua,
use a
take a pause.
complementary approach.
Joshua, your visa interview is tomorrow, right? I don't want to tension you so
Yeah.
much. This should be a positive experience
Okay.
for you so that you boost your confidence. I asked you why the school, right? Or tell me about your school. So
No.
you can briefly talk about the
Yes.
school because you sound very more like you have learned something and you are trying to pour it out to me. Mind you, that if they want to know about all of this, they will ask you. We always say that be your answers should be short, but they should not be short. Tell me about your school. My school, the name of my school is Oregon State University. It's located in the state of Oregon. The school is located in the city of this, and this city is known for this. I chose this school because then you good. Then I can ask you
Okay.
what program are you going to study? That's when you give me the answer you are giving me. Because if I
Okay.
leave you to talk for 5 minutes, I might not listen to the remaining 4 minutes of your speech, and then I can like deny your visa. Do you get what I'm saying? So you might have
Okay.
learned a lot, but give the officer the opportunity to listen and ask questions. Tell me about your school. Just tell them about your school.
Okay. All right.
All right. You so now I actually know the program you are going to study and why
Yes.
this program. So I'm not going to ask you. It's good if the
Oh,
visa officer does not cut you in, but some of them they don't even listen at all. Like they just there to find one or two information. Maybe they've seen your I-20. What's the deficit on your I-20?
I don't have any deficit.
So very good point. You don't say I don't have any deficit, right?
Okay. Okay. I
Joshua,
thought
how
maybe
are
you were
you?
just asking.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Joshua, how are you finding your studies? I was fortunate to get a full funding scholarship from Oregon State University to study this program. Um, as shown on my I-20, I do not have any deficit. My tuition or my admission or your scholarship covers the entire cost of your tuition, living expenses, and health insurance. So that way the person knows, okay, like you don't have any deficit. Okay, so let's take it
All right.
again. Let's take
All
it
right.
again. How are you funding your
Okay.
studies?
All right. I was awarded a graduate research assistantship with a fully funded scholarship, which covers my tuition, my living expenses, and supply. In addition to that, I'm going to work under Professor Josephine Antry, who will give me monthly stipends of $2,160, which will help me to sustain or which will sustain me on campus.
Okay. Um, so you can eliminate the part of getting monthly amount of this. So if you tell me
Okay.
how are you funding your like, and mind you, the person might not even ask you how you are funding it because that information is available on the I-20, right? You can just say that you had a full scholarship that covers the entire cost of your tuition, your living expenses, and supplies. Living expenses is the stipend.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can state the amount, but maybe not mention the name of the professor because it's not really the professor that's paying you, it's the school that's paying you. So your living
Okay.
expenses amount to $2,000 per month or something. Do you get what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. Joshua, what's your plan after school?
All right. As part of my plans after school, studying the crop science, focusing on the entomology. At my current place of work, we've had issues controlling insects in the greenhouse where we produce vegetables. All our efforts to minimize this effect on our crops has not been helpful. In addition to that my undergraduate studies, there has been some gaps in my community development where we see a lot of insect effect on crops, which affect the market price, reduce crop yield. So going to study this program, it will give me the necessary knowledge and the practical orientation to come back and be an agent to help us control this insect population using this approach method that will not pose effect to the environment, and also liaise with agricultural companies in my country to send this information and education to farmers in the rural communities, which was a problem I identified during my undergraduate studies.
Okay, so it looks like you have a a problem that you're about to solve, right?
Yeah.
Joshua, why should I approve your visa?
Okay. Approving my visa will give me the legal entrance into the United States, where I will get access to the practicality, the innovative ways, link with core people that are very instrumental in the plant sciences, which will expose me to a lot of techniques that will help me and equip me well, that when I come back to my country, it will be a source of tool to facilitate us in controlling this insect population that is causing harm to our agriculture industry in Ghana.
Okay. So because you have full funding, your questions are not going to be based off like how are you funding your study. It's more like, are you going to come back? Is it a PhD or a master's?
A master's, please.
Okay. So it's more like, are you coming back and then are you able to do your program, right? So tell me about your program. If I say tell me about your program, you can mention the number of courses you are taking, the credit hour you are expected to take, what research you are going to do, like those three things. If you say them, you should be good. So if you're on this
Okay.
call and I didn't talk about it, if they ask you, tell me about your program, you want to mention the total credits you're expected to take, some of the relevant courses you are going to take, and then um are you doing a research or a capstone? Okay. So Joshua, please tell me about your program.
All right. My program is a 2 years master's degree, and it has 30 credit hour. And some of the courses include plant physiology, integrated pest management, sustainable agriculture. And in addition to that, this program is going to be more focused in the use of biological approach in controlling insects in our agricultural setting.
Okay. Okay. Is I think I've exhausted all my questions. Is there anything you want to ask?
All right, I think the only challenge I have is on my I-20, it is Masters in Plant Sciences, but on my school, it is Crop Sciences. So
Yeah.
I don't know which of them to.
So the I-20 is more like it helps the program on the I-20 is what helps them classify it as STEM or non-STEM. So usually everybody
Okay,
experiences this. My I-20 had management science. My program was Master of Global Business Management, right? So you can say what is on the I-20 and then the other thing that your school has listed, because the visa officer doesn't see what your school has listed. So you can mention it
okay,
as a major.
okay,
So like you are going to study, then you mention what is on the I-20 with a major in what your school has listed it. Because usually
okay,
what is on the I-20 is the holistic thing. And then when you go, there are departments. Okay. Joshua, do you have any more questions?
no, please. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
You're welcome. I wish you all the best in your interview tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, Oregon is close to me. So either if you come and let me know.
All right, I will click.
Mhm. Daniel, I think we have done the interview already, right?
No, please.
Okay, let's do Daniel. I don't see anybody in the room right now. So when we are done with Daniel and do Tayo, then we'll be done for today. I can also do a live session next week, Monday. Daniel, tell me about your school.
Okay, so Clark University is located at Worcester, Massachusetts, and it was founded in 1887. It was one of the first universities to offer all graduate programs in the United States.
Okay. That's all you can tell me about your school. You want to mention where it's located, maybe the population and some fun facts.
Okay.
Okay, Daniel, how are you funding your
consideration.
studies?
Okay, so I have made a tuition deposit of $500 to book a spot in the finance class. My school has offered me $14,981, which covers 40% of my tuition fee. And my school has also approved and certified a loan of $64,400 from Empower Finances to cater for my deficits, which means I will not have any problem when it comes to my finances.
Okay, you said how much is Empower giving you?
$64,400.
How are you funding your monthly repayment after during your school?
Okay, so my brother, who is a senior mining engineer at Kaz Minerals, located in Kazakhstan, will be paying off my interest of $650 monthly. He makes an annual interest of $60,000, and he's paying this interest for me because I am the account manager at his company, where I manage the finances of the company.
Okay, so your brother is funding the monthly. How much does your brother make you? So you want to state how much your brother is making annually or monthly that he's able to give $600 because your brother is earning in cedis. $600 right now is a lot of money. Do you get?
No, in Dallas, please.
He's earning Dallas.
Please, he's earning in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a mining engineer. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Does your brother have kids? Because we are trying to determine if your brother has any other dependents that can hinder them from sponsoring you or making your monthly repayment. So does your brother have kids?
Yeah, please, he's married with 2 kids. They are all one is in primary, and the last born to he hasn't yet started schooling.
So the visa officer doesn't know primary, right? Your brother has 2 little kids who are in basic school or I don't know how they even call it here. They are in preschool. You can say they are in preschool.
In preschool, okay.
Yeah, it's like that one doesn't require much money. But if you say primary or SHS, the person doesn't really know. So they think your brother is paying a lot of school fees. Do you get?
All right.
Okay, what's your plan after school, Daniel?
Okay, so after a successful completion of the program, I plan of returning back to my current workplace, where I serve as an account manager, to assume the role of a senior financial analyst in the company, to bring the knowledge and skills acquired from my program to help bring cutting edge ideas to the company.
Okay. Cutting edge ideas is my problem. That's why I'm quiet. What are some of these cutting edge ideas? Have you identified any problem in the company? Is there a specific solution you are able to provide to that problem?
Okay.
Yeah, so you always need to find a specific problem in that place and a specific solution because everybody has cutting edge ideas. If you say cutting edge idea, what do you mean?
Okay. All right. Okay, so over a couple number of years, I realized that the finances of the company, there has been mismanagement of the finances of the company. And due to this reason, I plan of studying and acquiring this technical skills and knowledge in financial management that I can come into the company and help manage the finances well of the company.
Yeah, so you said that there's financial mismanagement, right?
Yes, please.
So what are some of the things you are going to do to solve this financial mismanagement? Like maybe you are going to implement policies such as accurate data keeping and proper documentation of expenses and revenue so that you know where money is going and who is taking what, right? Yeah, we are going to drive a transparency, financial transparency in the company by doing this, right? And
Yes,
holding
please.
people accountable. That way you are able to drive financial stability and transparency. So it should be a specific problem, specific solutions that are
Uh,
real. If you say cutting edge, like that's a very broad term.
okay. I will draft. I will look into that end.
Okay, Daniel, when is your interview?
Please, it's on the 19th.
A lot of people have interview on the 19th. Yeah, so I think that you have enough
Yeah.
time. Next week Monday is what date? I'm trying to find my calendar.
For I think 16th.
Yeah, we can do a session next week Monday, but I want to see changes in your answers. It looks more like maybe you feel the date is very far away, so you want to like relax, but I'm not convinced by your answers. Like that particular answer, sorry. Like the cutting edge. So like put things together, like holding people accountable. How are you driving financial stability or something? You're holding people accountable, implementing policies so that you know where you can just say it as I'm saying it. You don't really need to use like big
Yeah.
technologies, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Tanya, why should I
I
approve
get
your
it.
visa?
So approving this visa will grant me the legal entry into the United States, whereby I'll get the opportunity to study my master's degree in finance and bring the knowledge and skills acquired from my studies into my current workplace to help solve financial mismanagement issues in the company.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be my only feedback. That particular what's your plan after school? Because that one it plays a huge role. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tayo,
All right.
do you have any questions though?
Okay. So I think I'm okay. I'm glad for your feedback and I'll work on that, and maybe probably next week I'll
Okay.
join so that if yeah. So thank you
Okay.
for that.
No problem. Tayo, are you ready?
Yeah, hi, good evening. I'm ready.
Okay, Tayo, tell me about your school.
All right, I'll be attending St. Louis University in St. Louis, Missouri, in the United States. And St. Louis University actually has community service embedded in their coursework, and this will enable me to have practical applications of my studies in real life, basically.
Okay, tell me how you are funding your studies.
I've gotten a merit-based scholarship of $6,562, and my deficit of 39,000 would be covered by my uncle, who has been my guardian for 7 years, and he works as a legislator and also owns a construction company, and he earns over 120 million annually.
$1 million CDs, naira.
Naira.
You want to convert it to dollars?
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be
Usually it
okay.
helps because your deficit is stated in dollars. If you are talking
Yeah,
about
that's true.
naira, the person you have to work with a common denominator, right? So you have to convert the money to cedis.
Okay.
Okay. That would help you. All right, Tayo. How many children does your uncle have?
My uncle has two kids, two ladies, two girls. One of them is in high school and one of them is in basic school.
Okay. How sure are you that your uncle is not going to withdraw his financial support due to financial burden?
Well, he's been always impressed with my undergraduate performance, so he has since then um, offered to sponsor my graduate studies should I intend going for my graduate program. So he has assured me and also provided me letter of sponsorship.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
Well, after getting my master's degree in software engineering, I currently work for with a startup which I also co-founded, and the knowledge I'll be getting from my program will all enable me to be able to build better product for the startup I currently co-founded, and as well. Aside this, I'm also part of a research team which is working on building a web application that enables Nigerians to be able to have first-hand access to medical diagnosis in skin disease. So this program will enable me to efficiently work on such research and come up with a product that solves Nigerian problems in the field of in the medical field and also
So
help them.
Nigerian problems in the medical field are a lot. Can you find a
Yeah.
specific Nigerian problem that you want to solve and what specific solution you are going to provide? Because your comeback to your home country is a very important piece, right? That you gave two reasons, and both reasons are very general. You always want
Yeah.
to find a specific problem and a specific solution.
Okay. So in the I'll be in my program in software engineering, I'll be focusing more on AI, which is artificial intelligence, and my research or the problem I intend solving would be using digital imaging to detect skin cancer and other skin diseases. So basically, we intend building a web application that helps Nigerians to be able to upload images of their skin condition, and then with the use of AI, they're able to get a first-hand diagnosis on such condition and to be able to know whether it's a cancerous disease or non-cancerous.
Yeah, so this is more very specific, and you can talk about the rise of cancer in the African continent. Because Africa didn't used to see cancer that much. So seeing the rise of cancer is something that is urgent. There's the urgent need for us to look into it, right? You can talk about this. Like you have to be more practical than being general. That would help you.
Okay.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa? Your last question.
Well, approving my visa would help me to realize my goals, and it will also help me to be able to get it will help me to realize my goals in the field of AI, and this will instead helping me to build but better robust technology for my startup and as well as the medical
So
research program.
as a startup, there is specific problems that you need to solve. Again, just be specific. As a startup, the major problem we are facing right now is getting adequate data for this. As a startup,
Okay.
the specific problem we are facing right now is doing this or that. In attempt to doing that, the program will grant me the opportunity to do this. Be very specific.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I said that even if you don't have anything at all, why should I approve your visa? Approving my visa will grant me the legal entry into the United States to study this program. You state the
Okay.
program. This program will help me do this and that. That's when your startup comes in. Tayo, when is your
Okay.
interview?
20th.
Hmm?
20th
Okay, so we'll
this
meet
month.
next week, but please be more prepared.
Okay. And I have I don't know, my case is kind of complicated.
Okay.
First, my dad is in the US and he's currently filing I-730. Is it 730 or 760 for me as well? Although they asked in the DS-160 and I also stated it as well.
That's complicated. I
Yeah.
just think that if they ask you that, if that comes up, you want to tell them that coming on an F1 visa, you intend to abide by the um
Yeah.
F1 visa principles or the policies, like coming back to your home country. And a huge part of coming back to your home country is your own startup that you have started, right?
Yeah.
So your F1 visa, the difference between the one that your dad has filed for you and the F1 visa is that the F1 visa has an non-immigrant intent. It's a non-immigrant intent visa. But the one your dad has filed for you is an immigrant intent, because it's making you a permanent resident or a citizen or a green card holder. So you want to tell them that you abide by the F1 visa principles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All the best in your interview.
Yeah. I'll
Kenny,
be
are
here
you
on
ready?
Monday.
Oh, okay. Vandy, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening now.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. So Vandy, tell me about your school.
As a military personnel in the Republic of Sierra Leone with computer science background, I'm going to Southeast Missouri State University. The school is located in Cape Girardeau in Missouri, and the school offer both undergraduate and graduate degree, which one of their area of concentration align perfect with my career goal and research interest. Upon graduation, I'll return and serve as a security personnel in the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces and cybersecurity. I'm also MTech Innovation Lab.
Okay. How are you funding your studies?
I, I have $19,800 from MTech Innovation Lab, which is a scholarship they offer me to take care of my cost of attendance and already grant a international student scholarship from Southeast Missouri State University. This is the scholarship from the university. I'm already have $5,600 for my personal saving from MTech Innovation Lab and the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, where I'll be saving $800 each month when I was working for the past 10 years in the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces.
Okay, so how much is your deficit?
My cost of attendance is $23,300, and my deficit is going to be $6,000, which will
How
fit
are
on
you
take care.
funding your deficit?
My deficit is going to take care of my personal saving from the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces for the past 10 years. I'm also MTech Innovation Lab in the past 5 years also, where I'll be saving my personal savings.
Okay, what are your plans after school?
After graduation, I will become and serve as a cybersecurity officer in the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces Adjoint Communication Unit, and also extend my service in MTech Innovation Lab as a cybersecurity officer that is included in my scholarship letter, where I'll
Are
be
you
listening.
currently working in these places?
Yes, I'm a present military personnel in the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces. I'm also in secondment in MTech Innovation Lab as a software developer, back-end developer for 5 years.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Officer approving my visa will give me legal permission to give me non-immigrant stay in United States so that I can have a practical knowledge in the area of cybersecurity. So upon graduation, I will come back and apply this particular knowledge and research experience in Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, which is very much important in my country national security.
Okay. What program did you study as your bachelor's degree?
I honor BSc in computer science in 2002, where I was a cybersecurity specialist.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just wanted to know if it's in line with what you are doing right now. Yeah, which it does. Cybersecurity and computer science are very much alike. So yeah. Do you have any questions?
Okay, my only question here is because the last time I feel my DS1 system already booked an emergency date, but due to the appointment that was not available in the U.S. Embassy in Sierra Leone, I submit my DS116 and book appointment. But I've already received this particular I-20, which I was looking for. I want to change my DS160 and book up an emergency date because my class will be start in January and there is no available date in Sierra Leone. That is my question. I don't know if that one will be possible in the portal or are able to book a ticket in the appointment portal.
I don't get your question. So your question is you are looking for date, or are you looking for a date, or are you asking if you should go to other country, or I don't really get the question.
Is it possible to let me say to change my DS160 when
Yeah,
I've already
change the location and find a new, yeah.
hello? I
It's
think that-
possible you can edit the DS160.
yes, because I want to change my DS160. Then I book an emergency date for my interview. That's what I
Yeah,
want
it
to know.
is possible. You can make that changes. So you
Okay.
just log into the portal and then use the the code they usually give you. You should be able to be change it.
Okay. Okay. Is there any advice for me?
I don't know how the new portal really works, so I can't talk much to that.
Okay, because the problem here I was having, the first I-20 I used was the cost of attendance is somewhat high. Although yeah, they gave me 1,000 scholarship and I took Empower
So
loan,
you
but I
want to
want
change your I-20 as well?
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
then you have to reach out to the school.
no, it's not the same school really. I have received two I-20 now. It's not the same school.
So I get what you mean. Yeah, I don't know if somebody can help you in the comment section. Is he able to change the I-20? Because I don't remember the I-20 is requested when you are filling your DS160. So you can send your most preferred I-20, and that's what they will assess you based off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay, no problem. Because the first I-20 I got, the cost of attendance is somewhat high, and I took an Empower loan. But I don't want to go with that Empower loan, really. That's my problem.
Yeah,
Because this
I
cost
think
of
you should
attendance is
connect with someone.
40.
Someone said you can change your I-20. Can you people share like how you can? Yeah, what you send is what they interview you on. That's what I know. So send your most preferred I-20 and you should be good. And
Okay.
then you
But what,
edit the
yeah,
DS160, the part about the school, you edit it to fit the new I-20.
okay. Please, I want to ask question. How can you compare, let me say, the university ranking and that of low cost when it comes to the regional universities? Because the first I-20 I got is good, have good university ranking, but the cost of attendance is
University
somewhat.
ranking doesn't matter. Like there are lots of US universities that the ranking doesn't matter at all. Work with the one that gives you the most funding.
Okay. Because the one that have the highest ranking has $48,000,
Yeah,
but
they
the
usually
regional
the highest
university.
ranking will always give you a very low funding. So go with the one that will give you your visa, which is the one with the more funding. When you come to the US, ranking doesn't matter. I mean,
Okay. And the
mhm.
regional one have $23,000. That is cost of attendance.
I don't even know what original thing is. It's R1, R2, R3. If it's an R1 school, usually they don't really give funding. Go with the most funding. That's what I would say.
Okay, because they gave me 1,000 scholarship really. Although my cost of attendance is that not much, that is $23,100. They gave me 1,000 scholarship, and the If
1,000
percent is going
scholarship
to take,
is not a scholarship. If the cost of attendance is like 30,000, they are giving 1,000. It's not a scholarship. Even if you mention the visa interview, the person sees you as on serious. Like 1,000 is not a scholarship enough. You know.
that's one they will offer me. But my company is going to take care of my funding, really.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, work with the one that has your company's name on it.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Because
I think
because
I don't have anybody in the session right now, and I have to go. It's past time for me. It's 1:30. I have to get back to work. So thank you all so much for joining. On this channel, we talk about career, education, and lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, no pressure. You want to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't take much from you. If you find the content helpful, just subscribe to the channel. There have been other like videos that I've done, like how are you funding your studies, how are you paying your students loan. Look at those specific 7 minutes video, 5 minutes video on how to answer these questions. They will go a long way, and hopefully we can do another session next week Monday. And so if you have not had your interview yet, you can go ahead and join. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Hilton, thank you for your participation. George, Samuel, thank you all for joining. Asabia couldn't join for the interview, but I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any feedback. I have WhatsApp pages, so you can let me know if you have any feedback on these WhatsApp pages. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
thank you so much.